In this video, we will cover adding generic annotations to model families and using labels in generic annotations. When creating families, you can choose for the actual geometry to appear, or you can choose for a symbol to appear. If you want a symbol to appear, there are multiple ways that you can handle this. Let's take a look at some examples. In this Level 1 floor plan view, you can see several components that are using a symbolic representation. When you change the scale of the view, you will notice that some of these components update in size. I'll change the scale back to 1/8 of an inch equals a foot, and then we'll take a look at why some of them changed in size and some didn't. Select a lighting fixture and then click Edit Family. In the Family Editor, open the Reference Level Floor Plan view and then zoom into the lighting fixture. This lighting fixture has symbolic lines that are constrained to the reference planes and so that they will match the size of the lighting fixture. And so this is a great way to show a lighting fixture symbol whereas the symbol will match the size of the lighting fixture. And that is done with symbolic lines. On the Annotate ribbon in the Detail panel, you can find the Symbolic Line tool, and you can sketch lines and constrain them to reference planes. When you select a symbolic line, you can click Visibility Settings to open the Family Element Visibility Settings dialog. Symbolic lines will appear in views that are parallel to the creation view, and then you can choose the detail level that they will be visible at. Click Cancel to close the dialog. On the Create ribbon, you will notice that there is a Model Line tool. Model lines and symbolic lines are completely different. While symbolic lines will display in views that are parallel to the creation view, model lines will appear in any view, and you can control the visibility just like you would a model element. So if you wanted the symbol to appear in say a 3D view, then you could use a model line. Let's switch back to the project and then select a duplex receptacle and click Edit Family. Once again, open the Reference Level Floor Plan view. In this family, when you select the symbol, you can see that it was created as a generic annotation. This is actually a nested generic annotation family. And as you saw in the project, the size of this generic annotation changed when the scale of the view changed. While model elements will always be the actual size, generic annotations will scale along with the view, similar to text and tags. And so if you need a component symbol to scale, then you want to create it as a generic annotation. If you wanted a nested family and you didn't want it to scale, you could create it as a detail item. But in this case, we have a generic annotation family, and we can click Edit Family to open the generic annotation family. In the Family Editor, you can see tools that are similar to creating a tag family. The generic annotation was created with lines, and on the Create ribbon there is a Line tool. These lines behave similar to symbolic lines. There is also a label, and when you select the label, you can click Edit Label in the Contextual ribbon to see the parameter that is added to the label. In this case, the parameter is called Label. I'll click Cancel, and we'll close the Edit Label dialog, and then we'll switch back to the duplex receptacle family. When I select the generic annotation, you can see that the label parameter is associated to a parameter in the duplex receptacle family. And if you click the button to open the Associate Family Parameter dialog, you can see that it's associated to a label parameter in the duplex receptacle family. So what this allows you to do is set a label parameter in the duplex receptacle family and have the label in the generic annotation family populate. I'll switch back to the project. So as you can see, there are multiple ways to handle symbols in a family. You can either use symbolic lines or model lines, or you can use generic annotations or detail items. Generic annotations will scale with the view, and you can create labels and associate them to family parameters.